Well, welcome to the 29th annual Glass Court LPRT Turkey Shoot presented by Platte Hill Nursery. This is our second semifinal of the evening. Next step after this, we'll have our doubles final. So in this matchup, we've got Angelica Barrios from Bolivia versus Paola Longoria of Mexico. To get to the semifinal today, Angelica Barrios had to beat Kehlani Lawrence in the round of 16. Then a tough matchup against Natalia Mendez. And now she faces the #1 ranked player in the world, Paola Longoria. Longoria in the quarterfinal had to get through Ronda Razic. And in the round of 16, played Veronica Sotomayor-Munchik. Angelica Barrios won first serve. Barrios is an up-and-comer on the LPRT. Quick side out by Longoria. Short serve. Players are playing on the glass court, the Jeff Peters glass court here in Lombard, Illinois at the Glass Court Swim and Fitness Club. And another side out. Angelica Barrios gets back in the service box. You'll see Barrios is a very steady, controlled player. She's a good shooter. She's not going to get too wild up. She's a smart player. Does very well when she sets her feet. Tough bats. This glass court is tough. You can see it kind of has a green tint to the side walls. I've seen the ball slide back those side walls quite a few times this weekend. We've had a lot of great matches on here so far. Longoria back in the service box. Barrios has her hand up asking for something. Might have been asking for a short serve. I thought the serve was fantastic, just over the line. She's going to appeal, though. Both line judges agree it was a good serve.
1-1.
Set up, shoot. Another player who does very well setting up her feet. She, obviously Longoria the
1-1.
#1 player here, #1 ranked player on tour, and she is the one to beat. Kill shot from anywhere on the court, which makes Longoria extremely difficult to play. She doesn't rush it though. She takes her time when she gets to the setup. She makes it. She's so consistent. And that's why she's so successful. Angelica Barrios. She was a former junior player. She has had some success on the international level as a junior. Two bounce get called on Barrios.
3-1.
You'll see Longoria very routine. Every time she gets up to serve, she's going to hit around that ball around the angles before she goes up and serve. But she does it every time. It's her routine. May not be as fun for the fans to watch, but it's a routine. I mean, it's not a bad idea to have that process. Short serve. Thank you to those of you who are watching and following along with the LPRT and sharing this feed. Helps grow the Pro Tour, which we appreciate.
Point. 4-1.
And as I just said, those side walls can be very tricky. Players missing some shots on those sides that wouldn't normally, shots they wouldn't normally miss. Short serve again from Barrios. Barrios also has really good touch shots, really good control in the front of the court. Of course, as soon as I say that, she skips the ball.
4-1.
Nice rally, well played by both these players. Angelica Barrios comes out ahead on that one. 1 serves 4. Short serve again. We're mixing it up a little bit here this weekend. We're showing our doubles final tonight, a Saturday night, right after this second semifinal. Pitch from deep in the court. And we have our first timeout. Just want to give a shout out to our main sponsors up here, Plateau Nursery, Papa Nicholas, Drager Law, and of course our tour sponsors, Penn, the official ball of the LPRT, Head, and Gearbox. It's an interesting story about Pat Hill. Pat Hill is the gentleman that plays here at this club. Pat is, I want to say, in his 70s right now. He's a sponsor who originally started out as one of the smaller level sponsors, and after playing with Paola Longoria, not only during but right after the sponsor doubles here on this glass court, the two of them just played, and she ran around the court. Now Paola Longoria is his favorite player, so that is why he is a presenting sponsor. We appreciate all the sponsor support. That's why we're able to do this and travel around and play at these different clubs. Another unique thing about this event, the Saturday evening dinner for this event, this again 29 years, is they do a Thanksgiving feast dinner. So Thanksgiving enjoyed by all these international players who don't usually celebrate Thanksgiving, obviously. So an opportunity for them to experience Turkey Day, mashed potatoes, all those good things. Paola Longoria in the box in the red shirt, coached by Fran Davis, versus Angelica Barrios after her timeout, coached by Coach Winterton. It's a short serve. Another quick point we saw in that rally, Longoria barely moved out of center court. I mean, she was barely a step out of the service box. I mean, that's kind of the name of the game here at Racquetball. Whoever controls center court the most is likely to be the winner of the game. You see it there again. She's quick to take that center court position back, really making Barrios move. Quick lead here for Longoria in game 1, 8, serving 1. Barrios trying to get her feet under her. Sometimes it takes a time to figure out a good strategy, especially against #1 player in the world. just nicked that line. So second serve. LPRT follows the International Racquetball Federation rules, the IRF rules, which these players, most of these top players, are headed to Guatemala next weekend to compete in the World Championships. It's going to be a penalty hinder. Barrios doesn't like it, but she knows that was the correct call.
10-1.
It's a short one. So yeah, IRF, the players go and they play for their country. On the tour, players are playing individually. I mean, it's them. They're winning their own money. Those who get at least to the round of 16 earn some money. Skip ball, unusual for Longoria. You don't see her do that too much. Barrios has got to figure out a strategy here to get some points on the board. 1 serving 10. Nice passing shot by Longoria. Just some loose balls there by Barrios. And against, again, #1 player, she's just going to take advantage of that pin shot that stayed up. Maybe not the best choice from deep in the court where she was. Longoria was in front of her. It's a short serve. Replay hinder is called. Another point, 10-point lead for Longoria. Match is 2 games to 15, tiebreaker 2-11, win by 1. You only score points while you're serving. Timeout. And we have another timeout. We'll do the same. We'll take a little break. We'll be back here live in just a moment. Welcome back. We're in still game one after a timeout. Longoria has a big lead here against Angelica Barrios, and she came back in and earned another point. Tough serve. Really tough serve. Not a lot Barrios could do with that one. 13 serves one. And just like that, we have game point, game number 1 point for Paola Longoria. Aggressive cutting off the ball in that return by Barrios. I like it. And Barrios doubles her score. So referee calls that a short serve, second serve coming up. This is good for Barrios to get a couple points on the board, at least going, whether she wins this game or not, or comes back, to get some momentum going into game two, to feel like she's figured something out, shooting a little better. Barrios questioning whether that was a skip shot. A lot of the balls on this court, they look good, they sound funny, they can sound like a skip, and I think that's why a lot of the players are questioning that. Replay hinder called, but Barrios is going to appeal. She's looking for the avoidable hinder. She gets it side out. So your opponent, player, you have to be able to take the straight in or a cross-court shot. And the referee, the line judges say that Barrios did not have the straight in shot. And she gets back in the box, scores another point. Unforced error. She was right there, center court position. Just looks like she's taking one more second. Nice down the line. So easy from out here, though, obviously. And that's game 1-2, Paola Longoria. We'll take another little break. We'll be back here in just a minute, live at the Glass Court Swim and Fitness Club in Lombard, Illinois.
I'm Carla Munoz, and I play with passion.
I play to be a role model for the kids.
I play for the adrenaline.
I play for the love of the game.
I feel like the racket belongs to my hand. It's just something natural, I think.
Not affecting her. She's doing such a great job.
Reaching your dream foundation helped me a lot to get to other places and other tournaments and get more experience.
All right, welcome back. Start of game number 2 coming up here. This is our second semifinal of the evening. The winner of this match will play Alexandra Herrera, who had an upset over Maria Jose Vargas. 2 versus 3. The 3-ranked player, number 3 ranked player won. Alexandra Herrera moved on to the final, and she will take the winner of this match. That's tomorrow at noon Central Time. If you were watching along during that break between games, you'll see that the next event up for the LPRT is the Christmas Classic, a very popular event for the LPRT, as well as the locals and regionals in Severna Park, Maryland this year, and which is very close to Baltimore, very close to BWI Airport if you're considering flying in for that one. Also close to Washington, D.C., which is a great place for tourists to go. That event it's a long-running event just like this one. That one draws a lot of amateur play, full divisions, and of course, you can watch the LPRT. Two quick points for Longoria. Short serve. Talk about Christmas Classic. Karen and Mike Grizz. They also do a wine tasting at that event, which makes it kind of unique. Always like how different events try to do something a little different, something unique, something that makes it signature to their event. Tough on that glass wall again. Unique to their event, wine tasting and obviously Christmas celebration. And here, the turkey, the Thanksgiving dinner. And I'll tell you some more about this event in just a moment. Nice pass shot by Barrios. So Glass Court Swim and Fitness Club, the host for this event. And of course, the Turkey Shoot's 29th year for this event. Unique things. They gave away fleece jackets to all of the participants. There's food here a whole weekend. Good food. Not just the turkey dinner, but food nonstop. Treats, coffee from Papa Nicholas out all day, every day for this event. Snacks, Little Debbie snacks. That brings me back to childhood. My lunchbox. Skip all by Longoria. Anyway, back to this match. Zero serves 3. Really close, but Barrios just doesn't quite get that ball over the line. When she gets it in, it's going to be a tough serve for Longoria. Although here we got second serve. She goes with a nick lob. And Barrios gets her first point on the board for game number 2. Again, I said earlier, Barrios is still kind of a new player to the tour. She doesn't have a lot of experience but she's had some good wins. Lost that ball on the glass again. Back in October, Longoria won her 11th U.S. Open title. Barrios made it to her very first semifinal at the U.S. Open. The short serve. Also want to give a shout out. The Mizzou University College racquetball team is here this weekend, and they're having a great time. They're playing matches, but they're also watching and supporting the LPRT. Hopefully learning a lot. You can learn a lot from the women's game. Hopefully you are too at home as you're watching along. Thank you again. Longoria really moving Barrios from side to side, making her cover the court as much as possible as Longoria tries to maintain that center court position.
3-1.
Skip shot. Barrios gets back in the service box.
1-3.
Right idea. I like how Barrios' serve really was deep in the court, at least making Longoria shoot from 39 feet. She just unforced error there on that third shot. Not that time. Forced error. Tough serve. I see Barrios going right side on a lot of these serves. Longoria is not killing it, so she must have a strategy here. Commentators curse. As soon as I say that, she hits one to the left. Longoria wanted I believe, a replay hinder on that. She doesn't get it. Call stands. That's a used appeal. Players get 3 used appeals per game.
3-3.
Used appeal means that the call stands, the referee's call stands. If the call is overturned by the line judges, it will not count against them.
4-3.
Excellent pass shot, well placed right down that glass side wall, which is tough anyway.
3-4.
3 serves 4. This is just so tough. Barrios did nothing wrong on that rally. She made Longoria move way back into that right corner. Longoria hit a terrific shot. Could be why she is number 1. Barrios asking for a short serve. Ref makes no call. We'll see if there's an appeal here. she is going to appeal.
Está apelando que fue corta.
One line judge agrees, one disagrees. It always depends on your angle. If you're sometimes when you're right behind the line, you can't see that space. If there is one, space between the line and that short serve. That one was a short serve. Everybody saw that. If you haven't had the chance to watch the LPRT players live, check out our schedule at lprtour.com and see if we're coming to your area. We'd love for you to watch online, but if you can see them in person and interact with them when they're off the court, they're a fantastic group of ladies. Talented women, talented athletes, and just great people off court. Tough serve, using that glass to her advantage.
7-4.
Longoria has a 7-4 lead in game number 2. Another short serve. Longoria, Barrios gets back in the box. So, if you missed it earlier, I said we're doing something a little bit different for the LPRT at this event. We are playing the doubles final tonight, 7:30, or after this match is over. Paula Longoria will be back on this court with her partner, Samantha Salas Solis, versus Team Argentina, Valeria Centellas and Natalia Mendez. That should be a good matchup. Open stance there by Barrios. This is one of the things that we know Longoria is #1 ranked player in the world. We know she does so many things well, but just for a couple rallies, watch her footwork. Longoria has very quick feet. She takes tiny steps and keeps moving. She adjusts very well to the ball, which you have to. But just fantastic footwork.
5-8.
She works very hard at it, obviously. So skip ball by Barrios. She's looking out for some help, whether she should appeal something. I'm not sure if she thought the serve was, yeah, she thought the serve was short. line judges overturned that, so yes, it was a short serve. No point awarded. This is now second serve for Longoria. That's why we have line judges. Crazy bounce out of the back left corner, which can happen to anybody. Back to the footwork, so important for your racquetball game, being on the balls of your feet and just quick little steps, being able to adjust to the ball if it takes a bounce or takes a sidewall and comes at you. Just want to give a thank you again to presenting sponsor Platt Hill of Platt Hill Nursery. Super nice guy who just loves to play racquetball. And if you missed my story before, Paula Longoria is his favorite player. She actually, after sponsored doubles 2 years ago, stayed and just hit and played around with the sponsor, with Platt Hill, and he was as happy as could be. So he's sponsoring again. Other great sponsors, again, our coffee sponsor, Papa Nicholas, Traeger Law, local regular tournament player of Chicago area, kindly supported our event. Keith Miner, KWM Gutterman, who we see his name all over the place. He's a big supporter of racquetball. We appreciate all that he does. Supports many things, including the Las Vegas event, the outdoor event that we had back in October.
Six.
Skip ball, a little frustrated. Little frustration there for Barrios, who just, I know she doesn't feel like she's playing her best here, but she is feeling the pressure from Longoria for sure. And as soon as I say that, she gets a side out. Always happens that way. Samantha Salas back here behind me warming, doing her routines, her warm-ups. All of the top pro players on the LPRT have some kind of off-court warm-up that they do, some kind of just routine. Again, I was talking earlier about the way Paula gets into the service box and hits those corners, that corner shot. She hits it a couple times, a few times. It's her routine. The warm-up is just as important, something you get your body ready off the court before you step onto the court. Sometimes that helps mentally as well. Barrios hits the floor and she gets it. Nice long pass shot by Longoria. She's hit that same shot a lot of times this match, and she's been successful with it. These glass courts, tough to play, tough to see. And they are actually kind of a green tint, so. Barrios gets back in the box. Closer game here in game two. She's just trying to chip away, put some points on the board, and close the gap. Short serve.
Apela servicio corto.
So there was an appeal. Longoria asking for a short serve. One line judge agreed, one disagreed. That's a used appeal. And Barrios got the point. And a yell. I like it. Barrios gives a scream. We haven't seen a lot of that from her, but I like it. Again, being kind of new on the tour, I've seen a lot of times I've seen her play. She's very calm, very controlled, and just giving a yell sometimes, for some, can mess with your players, with your opponent's head a little bit. Sometimes it gets yourself, the player, pumped up as she's closing the gap here. 2-point game. Let's thank a few more sponsors here that made this event, the turkey shoot, happen for us to bring the LPRT here. Chicago Spectro Service Laboratory Incorporated. That's Jeff Goldblatt, so thank you, Jeff. I'm sorry, Jeff Goldblatt, so thank you, Jeff. Tony Cosmano and his son Anthony of Anthony's Pizza, which provided an excellent lunch earlier today. Danny Ortega of Taco Burrito King, which we had that for dinner last night. I'm telling you, if you ever get a chance to come to this event, there's a lot of good food, and you do not go away from this event hungry. There's so much stuff. Chocolates and cookies and coffees and you name it. All right, we're back in. Barrios serving a 9-11 to Longoria. Short serve called. Oh, nope, not short serve. 2-bounce get called. Nope, I'm going to go back to the first guess. It was a short serve, sorry. Longoria 3 points away from moving on to the final, which will be tomorrow at noon Central Time. That splat shot, or squash shot, well played by Barrios. And actually, sometimes I wonder if that's not part of the key to chipping away some points at Longoria, is hitting the unexpected shot, hitting some, as a player Dr. Frederic Lombard used to have success with. She took a lot of overhead shot, and I feel like she played very well against Longoria because it was something unexpected. It wasn't the standard shot that Longoria anticipated. Longoria back in the box, 12 serves 9. Side out. Barrios hanging in there. Much better game for her in game 2. Much better playing. Also will help her if Longoria makes a few errors, which she does so rarely.
10-12.
Talking about uniqueness, I mentioned all the food they have, but this club, this old school club, it has a bar in it. So again, if you're an amateur looking for a good spot, a good tournament to attend, this is a good one.
11-12.
Big setup off the back wall. Unforced error by Barrios. It's got to be a routine shot. But a 1-point game, 12 serving 11. Well played. Good job setting her feet for Barrios, setting her feet, taking a nice cross-court shot. So easy from out here. Another side out, no point earned that time. Longoria asking if she has a timeout left. She does. We'll take a little break as well. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back. This is turning out to be a much better game here. Game two, quite a few side outs with no points earned at a tight 1-point game. Longoria leads by 1, 12 serving 11. You know, the age of technology, I say this all the time, but the coaches aren't even present. They're not here. The players, they take their timeouts between games. They come out, they grab their phones, and they talk to their coaches who are watching at home. New age of sports. Players can, and racquetball players can have coaching, unlike tennis where they can't be coached at all, or not supposed to be coached. Longoria serving 12-11. Wow. Tough shot. There we go.
11-12.
Well played again by Barrios, which I've seen her hit that serve down that side line quite a few times. That one was executed so very well. She got a weak return, put the ball into that right front corner. Both players really playing that right side. Yeah, Joanne, thank you for the correction. For years, they didn't let, tennis didn't let coaching, but I never understood why not. Barrios has her hand up,
Ella está pelando screen.
asking for a screen serve. Both line judges overturn the referee's call. Longoria does not like that call. But here we go, second serve, tied at 12-12.
Point.
Now it's Longoria that gives a yell. Vamos, she says. Let's go.
13-12.
Point. Penalty hinder, avoidable hinder called. Barrios is appealing that.
Point.
She gets one up, one down, one agreed. The one closer to directly behind that shot called agreed with the line, agreed with the referee. Good get, two good gets. That's it. Match goes to Paola Longoria. She moves on to the finals against Alexandra Herrera. All Mexico singles final tomorrow at noon Central Time. But stay tuned. In about 15 minutes, we've got our doubles final. Mexico versus Argentina. Paola Longoria will be back on the court again with partner Samantha Salas-Solis taking on Team Argentina, Natalia Mendez and Valeria Centellas. Thank you for joining us for our singles semis. See you again in 15.